It was a tough loss against the Bears, but we need to learn and move on, and this is not over yet. Welcome to the Vamos Rams player interview presented by California Resources Corporation. I'm Troy Santiago, your host, with my partner Ricardo Lopez, and today we have one of our favorite players of Los Angeles Rams, 1991, Kobie Turner. How you doing, Kobie? It's a pleasure to having you.
Yeah, I'm doing really great. I'm glad to be here.
Are you ready to do this in Spanish?
Yes.
Eso.
In parts. Estoy en mi modo de inglés ahorita, pero yeah, I can take a little bit of Spanish.
Well, we can switch.
Okay.
We're going to do it in English and Spanish, and we're going to have fun.
Perfect.
How are you, Kobie? Great to see you again. And we are going to talk about the team, the reality of the team, and the upcoming game. But we want to know about you, how you feeling. This has been an amazing run by you. Just in your second year, you're already a Rams captain, a playmaker. But tell me how you feel your development is going on.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot in year two, specifically about leadership. And figuring out how to make sure that not only am I going in the right direction, but the rest of these guys. And so early on, I was a lot more focused on, just leading the way and being able to just try to model the way. And that's something that's important as well, but also to be able to have that vocal side is also something that's important. So I feel like I've been learning a lot in both of those areas. And, I haven't had I don't get too focused on the numbers, but there's a couple of plays that I would want to finish and, a couple of missed tackles that I want to clean up. But I feel like we've been moving in the right direction this year for sure, and I'm just excited to keep going.
I mean, it's interesting how you have to get a balance between your personal life and your professional life. How is life going as a couple with your fiancée, Alyssa?
Yeah, life is going really, really well. We're figuring out stuff for the wedding. She was just back home last week for the bridal shower. So that side is something that that also kind of balances me and brings me a lot of joy being able to go home to her and just have that kind of life outside of football.
Did you follow the advice we gave you the last time we met? Like a happy wife?
Happy life.
And
every time.
Every single time you have an argument with her, you have to say her, "Sí, mi amor."
Mm-hmm.
Remember that, right?
She's right. Yep. Every time. Every time.
But do you guys set a date for the wedding?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
It'll be in the spring of 2025. So we're excited.
Nice. Congratulations. In the offseason, you went to Guadalajara and were able to spend time with the fans. What was your experience?
Yeah, it was awesome to just be able to see how many fans that the Rams had, even in Mexico, and to be able to interact at some of those kids' camps. That I had a blast being able to do that with both me, with my fiance, with a couple of members of the Rams staff as well. So I had a blast, and it's always amazing to be able to go somewhere that's not your home base, right? To be able to go outside of LA and realize that we still have a pretty big fan base over there as well.
His roping ability was incredible.
Yeah,
right?
I saw that. It was like, oh my God.
This guy sings, this guy dances, he can rope.
I almost fell on my face a couple times too, but that was fun. But the guy there that was doing it, he was legit. Obviously, he's practiced for however long, but I was like, that's talent.
What about to learn some ranchera song?
What was that?
With the mariachi,
Oh,
Did you learn some songs or no?
I don't think I learned any. I just kind of sat back and listened to it and observed it all, and that was awesome too. I remember we opened up. I think we just got done with. They were showing us a tour of the tequila factory, and then we opened up some doors right down the street, and then boom, the mariachi was there and playing for us. So that was a really, really cool experience.
And we have a mariachi Rams also in SoFi Stadium, and you're gonna listen this song a lot, and I can teach you a little bit. It's like if you can follow me, I can teach you right now. It's like no tengo trono ni reina,
no tengo trono ni no reina,
ni nadie que me comprenda,
ni nadie que me comprenda,
pero sigo siendo el rey. Pero sigo siendo el rey.
Pero sigo siendo el
rey. Eso. This is a popular song. This is one of the most popular rancheras in the world.
Really?
It's called El Rey, the King. And it's one of the songs we always have in when we get together with friends and
Uh huh.
family and enjoy. So it's like a party song.
I gotta learn that. I heard a mariachi we had for my fiance's mom's birthday. They had a mariachi there, so I was hearing some of those songs. I really liked it, so I'm gonna get more into that a little bit.
Nice.
Well, we want to hear Kobe singing mariachi, but I also, I'm sorry, but I want to see you dance some salsa. You told me you were learning dancing in Vegas. You,
Uh huh.
well, at least you guys told me.
Uh huh.
Is there a way that during this Hispanic Heritage Month, would you celebrate one of your, impact plays instead of your
Uh
trademark
huh.
conductor thing with some salsa moves?
Ooh, that would be good if I thought I was any good at it. But I don't know I don't know that I'm any good. I can do a little two step with a
Yeah.
partner, but I don't think I'm very good at it. But maybe
You're good. You're
sometime,
good.
maybe someday when I get good at it, maybe next year.
Well, in what you are good, it's singing the national anthem. I saw you twice in the preseason during the NBA and NHL games. How was it? Do you get nervous or no?
Oh yeah, I was extremely nervous. That was one of those moments. I think the time that I sang it at the Kings game was a little less nerve wracking because that was fresh off the season. So I was already used to being the man in the arena in a sense, and that's kind of how it feels. Like all eyes are on you, and you have to deliver this vocal, and you have to deliver it the right way. Because if you deliver it the wrong way, one, you're gonna be viral on everything else, and it just doesn't set the tone the right way. But the Lakers game was super nerve wracking because I was 2 3 months outside of playing ball, and so I wasn't used to that feeling of, man, like your all attention is on you. So, but they were both amazing experiences. Super happy that I got to partake in those events and to be able to sing there and be able to interact and picked up a couple jerseys too. So can never hate when all of that is happening. For
Let,
sure.
let me tell you a story. It's a little one. Back in 1988, a singer in Mexico forgot the words of the Mexican national anthem during the boxing match,
Uh huh.
and he was fined with 1 million pesos.
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. His name was Jorge El Coque Muñiz, and during his whole career, that moment defined his life.
Hmm.
So it's a good. You didn't have that kind of problem singing
Right.
the national anthem.
You always worry about that though too. Like you always know all of the words, but then you get up there in those moments and your mind's going a million different places about, oh, am I going to hit this note? Is my voice going to be ready for that? And so, yeah, that's scary. That's scary.
Kobe, the Rams are 1-3. The Packers are coming to SoFi Stadium, and you are among the leaders in quarterback pressures out of the defensive lineman position. You're having a very good season, but uh, what can the defense do to keep improving and helping the team to get in some winning streak right now?
Yeah, so first things first, the Packers are a run first team. So we go in there and we earn the right to be able to rush the passer, right? Everybody wants to rush the passer. All DBs want to catch picks and make those big game changing plays. But the way to get to those moments is by earning the right, which is by doing the dirty work, taking on double teams and doing whatever's necessary to get them in second and long and third and long. And so it all starts by stopping their run game. There are multiple run game offense. They can attack you in so many different ways. Has a really good running back, really good O line as well. And so it really comes down to stopping that run game. And then when it's time to go feast, when it's third down and long, I've said it this entire year, but our defensive front, we can really get after people. So the struggle is to get people into those situations where we can really go hunt. And when it's time and when we truly earn the right, the hunt is on.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, I like the way the front line is playing with Jared Bears and Braden Fisk impacting the game. Also, the pressure Byron Young and you putting the QBs. What specific adjustments the team needs to make capitalize on the Green Bay's weaknesses?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to, even without thinking about what Green Bay does great or what they don't do so well, it comes down to us playing our game. And if we play the game the way that we can play it, and if we hold ourselves accountable to the standard that we set, right, not competing to wins and losses, but competing to that standard to where we know we're playing our type of ball, then we'll be completely fine for whatever they throw at us. So it comes down first and foremost to not beating ourselves. That's a lot of what happened last week up in Chicago. But as long as we do our jobs and do it to the best of our abilities, we fly around, have a lot of fun, have a lot of energy, then we're going to earn the right to be able to get some wins and to pick up a good win here as Green Bay comes here to SoFi.
How do you think the experience from last year, when the Rams had a slow start and they were great in the second half, is helping you guys?
Yeah, I think that's helped us not to panic. For me particularly, um, a lot of media has come up to me and been like, "You guys are 1-3," or when we were 1-2, or 0-2, or however it was, and saying, "How can you not panic?" And for me, that was my only experience. Right, my only experience was last year where we were down. I don't remember what our record was, but it wasn't what we wanted, and we just knew because of the caliber of guys in the room, and because of the type of people that we are and the type of players that we were, that we would be able to flip the script and be able to go and pick up some wins. And so for me, that allows me to not panic. When you start thinking ahead too far, that's when things start to go wrong. But to be able to just lock in and truly take it a day at a time and take it a week at a time gives you the best opportunity to go out and pick up wins on Sundays. And so I think that's the important part, and that's what I've gained personally from my experience of being here last year, is to just not panic, be calm, and just put ourselves in the best position to go out and pick up a W on Sunday.
Yeah, and this is a week-to-week league, so definitely we can flip the luck
Yeah.
next Sunday. So I want to ask you, who is the defensive player flying under the radar to you believe could be a game changer?
On our team,
Yes,
a defensive
on
player.
defense.
A defensive player who is flying under the radar. Huh. I think Bobby has all of the makings to be able to, set the tone in the rundown. He's shown, last year he played a ton of nose, and that was his primary position. This year he has the position versatility to be able to go really wherever we need him to be. And so I think he's one of those pieces that's super critical to us earning the right to be able to get to that third and long situation or second and long situation. And I think everybody sees all of those game-changing type of plays, right? Those sacks or forced fumbles or, the plays that get us off of the field. But none of that happens if you don't have guys that are willing to do the dirty work. So, the way that Bobby has approached these last 2 weeks and the way that I'm, gonna continue to hopefully see him approach the rest of this season. He has that ability to be able to set the line of scrimmage, knock people back, whether that be at the nose position, whether that's at the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. He has that position versatility, and he's somebody who is very key to us and likely to his job kind of flies under the radar as well.
Kobe, Rams fans are very loyal, and I'm sure they are not panicking either. But they probably need some encouragement words from the captain, from you guys. I mean, Jared Bears and Braden Fist are playing great football. They are this close to make game-changing plays.
Yeah.
But what words of encouragement you have for our fans?
Yeah, I think just sticking with us, we are working day in and day out to correct the things and really find our identity as a team. And it's never been the first 4 games of the season has never dictated whether a team's going to be great or what they do in the back half of the season, and I think that showed from last year as well. And so I think the encouragement is being that we have the right type of guys in the building to be able to flip this thing around and to get going in the right direction. We have the right leadership, right, whether that be through the coaches and establishing that leadership too, and me being able to step up and take a lot of that leadership as well in the defensive front. And I'm still learning too how to be the type of leader that I want to be, and I'm still making growth, and I've had a learning curve as well, but at the end of the day we have guys who really want to do it in the right way, and we're working each week to do it and to trust the systems that are in place that are going to lead to our success. So I think only time can tell, but I know that we're going to be a team that comes out and fights and scraps for everything.
Kobe, before we let you go, can you give us a message for the Spanish-speaking audience who follow the Rams en español?
En español. No he practicado, pero conseguir, ¿cómo se dice? Follow.
Seguirnos.
Oh, conseguir seguirnos y soportarnos, y vamos a ver, podemos ¿cómo dice? Turn.
Darle la vuelta.
Darle la vuelta de esa época y, yeah, seguirnos.
Kobie,
That was
as
so
always, a
bad.
pleasure to having you, and we were looking forward to see you in action and obviously get a win on Sunday. If you want to follow the game in Spanish, you can do it in Tu Liga Radio 1330M here in US and in Mexico, W Radio Deportes. Thanks for watching the Vamos Rams interview player of this week, presented by California Resources Corporation. From Kobie Turner, Ricardo Lopez Juarez, Troy Santiago, Vamos
Vamos
Rams!